I need some people from South Carolina in the building, man. South Carolina, man. Who from South Carolina where that shooting took place at? We need answers, man. This goddamn sun is blinding. Hit that like button. I was going live real quick because I ain't had nothing else to do. We gonna go live again when I pick my kids up from school. Yo, it's bothering me how silent it is on this South Carolina mass shooting. Why they so quiet, y'all? Why isn't the sheriff department releasing no information? You mean to tell me 4 people was murdered, 4 people in critical condition, and we ain't got no description of a suspect? Like no description at all? That is mighty strange. Move, bitch. That is mighty strange, y'all. It was shootings in Mississippi. They got suspects for those shootings. They got persons of interest. Now in the South Carolina situation, they saying they got persons of interest, but they haven't released the identity. They haven't released the description. They haven't even released the motive. Like yo, they ain't releasing nothing. Yo, we going on. This day 2. Mr. H, what it is? Yo, this is day 2. And every couple hours, I look to see if there's an update. And we ain't heard shit. That is insane to me. Y'all don't think that's wild? Yo, that is crazy, y'all. Look, let me show y'all something. Suspects in Mississippi mass shooting. Look, they got suspects for this. Why isn't there no suspects? Why is there no suspects for the South Carolina shit? No suspects. It ain't even just still. They didn't even release a description. Is he black? Is he white? Is he Hispanic? You know, was this politically motivated? You know, was there an argument that led to gunfire? And the news is trying to get answers from these people, and they just not giving none. They fucking already got somebody arrested. Even when they interviewed people that was there, for one, they only interviewed one person. So you got a gathering of 100 people, hundreds of people, and the only person you interview is the owner of the bar. That's the only person that was actually there. Like yo, come on, yo, something ain't right. Something ain't right, and I ain't letting it go past. Something ain't right, yo. Look like one of those situations where they trying, you know, they wanted to fly under the radar. That's what it looked like to me. Now, for what reason? Who knows? But from what I know about this country, if this was a black person that committed this how they'd have carried it, just like this. They'd have carried it just like this. Pictures all over the motherfucking place. That's how they carried it. Now, for some odd reason, for this situation, they're saying nothing. Let me check, see if we got an update yet. South Carolina mass shooting suspect. Nope. They ain't even reported on it in the whole day. Yeah. They ain't reported on that shit in the whole day. 2 days, 24 hours at least. 20 hours is the last article I seen on it. And in that article, all they did was release the identities of the victims. Identities of the victims. These 20 people injured. We don't know if they were shot, trampled, got cut by a glass. We don't know if they got grazed. We don't know nothing. They ain't released none of that shit. But this just shows y'all, what I be always saying about the media, man. I don't know why. They the ones committing all the crimes. I mean, they the ones out here committing all these radicalized shootings. They need to be mad at each other. And that's why I need them to release this information, because this is a conversation that need to be had. If a white person did this is a conversation that needs to be had. Because what the fuck is you mad at black people for? Black people is not white people's problem. Just like for the most part, white people ain't black people problem. Like in turn, like when it comes down to like having to worry about real violence happening to them. But for this situation, it's different. If somebody outside of a black person committed this, that means they went out their way for this shooting, and we need answers as to why. What's up, Kay? But they mad at the hood for it. A lot of them don't need to live there. Oh, this fucking sun is killing me. They need to be mad at the people that made the hood a thing. They want to be mad at anybody. You can't be mad at the people that let it. You gotta be mad at the people that made it to where that's where them people live. That's people they need to be mad at. This damn sun is blinding, y'all. Shit killing me. Oh man, let me pull this out. That's why I knew something went right. We good now. I need something right. Like, damn, why the fuck? I normally, when I got the little shit up, normally have a shade. That's what it's all about. And see, one of the things that I was worried about when it came down to all these radicalized situations is somehow they're going to try to turn this shit black versus white. That's what the government always do, man. They have these situations, and in order for it to scapegoat the situation, they make it black versus white, and it ain't really black versus white, y'all. It's Bloods versus the Crips, Democrats versus Republicans. It's the same shit. For the most part, black people don't even fall that deep into politics. You know what I mean? I fucking don't care one way or another, for the most part. I fucking don't care one way or another. We still gotta get up and do what the fuck we gotta do every day to make sure our situation's straight. I care about no goddamn politics. Not enough to really hurt somebody over it. That's some shit that happen in other communities. We don't really get down with that shit like that. I showed y'all a video yesterday when the guy asked the news. He asked the sheriff's department. They haven't even done a press conference. He asked the sheriff's department about the situation and got no answers. Shapiro, the governor of Pennsylvania, the guy just pled guilty to setting his house on fire. Like, that's the issues in America right now. Radicalization is the biggest issue in America. And I think that this is another radicalization type situation. And they refusing to even acknowledge it. Listen to this. What's up,
Stings
kid?
can run, but they can't hide from Shark Stain Force.
Start with this afternoon on the deadly mass shooting over the weekend on St. Helena. The Beaver County Coroner's Office has now released the names of the 4 victims who were killed, and we're also hearing from some of the neighbors who are now reacting to what happened. This afternoon, we've got team coverage for you live with our Lainey Mayfield and Aaron Dixon. We start with Aaron, who is the latest on what he's learned. Aaron?
He ain't learned nothing.
Now, Tyler, throughout the day, we have been working to learn and get you the latest information in this tragic event that sadly claimed the lives of 4 people and sent 20 others, injuring 20 others. But at this time, the sheriff's office hasn't answered any of our questions. Now, the victims have been identified as 22-year-old Kashawn Glaze and Anshatek Millage, the 33-year-old Sherrod Smalls, and 54-year-old Amos Gary. All 4 were Beaver County residents, and we were told that one of the victims was working security for this alumni event that had hundreds of people attend. 20 others were injured, 4 of which were taken to the hospital in critical condition. Today, we have reached out to the sheriff's office for the latest on several occasions and are still awaiting a response from them. We asked them to see if they have a motive or if any arrests have been made, updates on the victims in the hospital, how many people were hit by gunfire, and how many suffered other injuries. We also asked about response time to the shooting and if they have had problems in the past at this establishment, along with other questions about the persons of interest they are investigating. Now, we did speak with York Glover, who is the county councilman who represents St. Helena Island, and he says that this shooting is tragic and that it definitely raises concerns about safety in the area. He says that he plans on talking to the sheriff's office about possibly adding some patrols to the area, while also even considering maybe even having like a magnet office of the sheriff's office on St. Helena Island. He says that he's going to consider.
Yo, they asked all them questions and got no answers. Yo, they answered all those questions. You hear the questions that he asked? Yo, he asked all those questions and got no fucking answers, yo. Yo, that is crazy to me. It's crazy to me that we sit back, we just allowing that shit and ain't nobody even saying nothing. Like, yo, we got all these bloggers, and that's why I be pissed off at the direction they took YouTube, and the direction that, the shit that get promoted. Like, yo, we need to be putting pressure on them people. Yo, what the fuck happened? What happened? Why was you so quiet about it? Same questions I just asked is the same question they asked the sheriff department. Got no answers. Not a suspect, not a motive, not the details of the injuries. They don't know how many people were shot. They don't know where. Like, yo, they don't know nothing. Nothing going to change because motherfuckers ain't speaking. People want to. Yo, for one, and I'm going to go into this on my next video live when I pick my kids up. It's digital COINTELPRO, man. We've been infiltrated. They got all their little plants running around. They sending them all the views. And that's where people was going to for their news. And down there realize they've been controlled. I mean, it's still controlled media. Because when the people that actually do speak, the people that actually does have a valid opinion and ain't compromised, yo, they do their best to slow their channels down, man. That's what they do. They do their best to slow their channels down. It's a goddamn shame. Yeah, we got a million black YouTubers on this bitch, and I don't see too many people asking questions about, yo, what the fuck happened in South Carolina. This is that island. I think they got about, what was it, 5,000 individuals, 5,000 black people that came, that linked their ancestry directly to slavery. And they all congregated on this one island. And this not a crime-ridden place. You understand? This ain't a place where murders happen often. So it should raise even more questions. But nobody is speaking on it. Nobody is saying anything. I think it was racially motivated. They might even got her arrest and just ain't saying nothing. But this just goes to show you how they can control the narrative. You know, they can lie. They ain't got to say shit. You know, they say they got this Freedom of Information Act and the public has an interest to know. But man, you see they peeling back free speech. You know, they real particular about the information that they release and the time that they release it in. I just don't like the fact how they ain't saying nothing. Like how can you have a situation of that magnitude and then say, oh, we need the public help? Why the fuck the public gonna help if you ain't releasing no details? The fuck the public gonna help about? And why haven't anybody interviewed nobody else that was at that party? It was hundreds of people there. Where's the interviews of these people? Yo, what the fuck happened? But they told them all be quiet. What did the shit even happen at all? Like, I'm starting to have questions about the whole situation. Maybe the whole thing made up. Who the fuck knows? It's just wild. Just wild. You go to them Mississippi mass shootings though. Let's go to the Mississippi one. It was 3 shootings in Mississippi over the weekend. At a homecoming event. Listen to this.
This morning, 9 people are dead and dozens more hurt after 3 separate shootings in Mississippi, all of them happening during homecoming celebrations. Now the FBI is getting involved in one shooting where the search is still on for the suspects.
FBI involved in this. The fuck? The motherfucker. And that's where you from? You from Anderson, South Carolina? What's the word? I wanted to lure some people from South Carolina in here. What's the word down there, man? What the fuck happened with that shit? You know, since the news don't want to interview nobody, find me somebody close to that situation, man, so we can talk about it. The FBI is involved in this, y'all, in Mississippi.
This morning, 9 people are dead and dozens more hurt after 3 separate shootings in Mississippi, all of them happening during homecoming celebrations. Now the FBI is getting involved in one shooting where the search is still on for the suspects.
If you were standing next to somebody and you seen something, man, or you seen somebody who's doing that shit, man, report that.
Social media footage capturing loved ones outside the Delta Health System's medical center the night of the Leland homecoming mass shooting.
We ask the public to recognize that they have a role in this investigation.
The FBI's Jackson Field office
did a whole press conference. Yo, where's the press conference in South Carolina, yo? Like, this is how it typically goes. Yo, why are they treating this South Carolina situation so delicately?
is leading the investigation alongside state and local law enforcement, asking for the public's help to identify these 4 people they say are connected to the shooting.
Speak up, share, give us that opportunity to get these subjects off the street.
The FBI Jackson has also established a digital media tips website to collect any video or photos from anyone that was at the intersection of 4th Street and North Main Street on Friday night.
The other picture, there was a body right here. There were 2 right here.
Yo, why are they not? Yo, this is media coverage. Everything that I was just speaking about, why they not speaking to the witnesses or the people that was there? Why they not speaking to the motherfucking, why they not releasing no suspect identity? These 2 shootings happened the same day. Why is the FBI is involved in this one? Why is this investigation moving so fast and the one in South Carolina seems to stall? Or are they just giving us little details? Like, I don't know what happened. You know, I don't know if it was a white person, a black person. I'm just saying, it's very strange how they handling this investigation.
Here,
Like Mildred Michael.
all you saw was like people sitting down or standing around, crying because they were starting to identify the different people that was laid out.
And so far, Leland's fire chief confirmed the mass shooting took 6 lives, with at least 6 others in critical condition.
Tragedy here in the city of Leland, our hearts hurt. We mourning, everybody mourning. You know, even for the people that's not from Leland, you know, don't nobody deserve what happened, you know.
Officials say more casualties are possible as the investigation continues, but the search remains active tonight for this woman in a white t-shirt, a man in an orange jacket, another man in an orange and white jogging suit, and a man in a black graphic tee, all seen in the area the moments gunfire let out.
We're gonna rise again. Our community's gonna get past this. We're gonna heal together like we've always done.
Well, investigators say the victims' ages range from 18 to 41. The shooting did not happen on school grounds, and as of this morning, no arrests have been made.
Yo, did y'all see the difference in that media coverage? You don't even know what we talking about. What are we talking about? Malik. What are we talking about? Actually, since you coming here with, tell me what we're talking about, because I don't think you know. I don't think you know at all what we talking about, to be honest. What's up, Julie? What's up, Donna? Karen? Hey, Malik, what we talking about, bro? Yeah, I fucking Malcolm X. I don't think y'all know what we talking about. For the people that just came in, we're talking about a shooting that happened in South Carolina. And what I was showing y'all is the difference in between how the media is covering these two events. I showed you the shit in South Carolina. They're not giving no information. They're not giving a suspect. They're not giving a description. They're not giving the details. They're not telling how many people were shot. They're not telling us nothing. But in Mississippi, they telling us everything. The feds is involved. They got pictures of persons of interest. They detailed the amount of people shot, wounded, say more people can die. I want to know why. So, whatever the fuck your name is, Malik, did you know that's what we was talking about? Or you just came in and just started talking? Let me know, because I don't think that you knew that's what the fuck we was talking about. Because I believe in South Carolina, it wasn't a black person that did it. That's what I believe. I believe the YouTubers that jumped out the window talking about, yo, look, this is what happened, like Ernie, aka Anton Daniels, over that bitch talking about, they just started classifying black people as mass shootings. And only reason they doing that so they can average out the numbers, man. You know what I mean? They can average out the numbers. The mass shootings that happen with these radicalized situations is totally different than the mass shootings that happen in the black community. Totally different. We talking about beefs that spiral out of control versus radicalized people that's going up into schools and just shooting people for absolutely no fucking reason. That ain't the same. Yeah, they both bad, but they ain't the same at all. It's way more dangerous to having to be worried to be somewhere and having to worry about a motherfucker come through just shooting for absolutely no fucking reason, as opposed to being in the street beef and shit go left. Totally different. We know what happened in Mississippi. We know it. None of it should happen. But what I'm talking about is the media coverage between the situations. Why are they so quiet on South Carolina? They're not telling us nothing. This is 2 days ago. They haven't done a press conference. All they did was release the suspects. I mean, not the suspects. Release the victim's name and identity. That's all they did. They're not releasing nothing else. I don't know. I'm trying to lure some people in here that's local. But it's a small town, so the chances of luring some people in that's local is slim. It's a small town. I think 40,000 people. I'm trying to lure some people in here that's local that can give us the information, because obviously the news and the sheriff's department has no interest in telling us nothing. I mean, they haven't even interviewed. It was hundreds of people there. They haven't even interviewed none of the people. We haven't seen none of the people that was there that witnessed this situation say anything. Only person they interviewed was the owner of the bar. And they didn't even ask him about no motive. They ain't ask him about no suspect. They didn't ask him was there an argument that led to the shooting. They ain't ask him shit. They went to the sheriff department. Sheriff department told them nothing. Let me go back. Let's go back for the people that just got here. Y'all just heard how they handling Mississippi. Let me show you how they handling South Carolina. For people that just got in here. Only 44 people watched this video. What's up, JB?
Life insurance.
I want to know who did it.
That meets your needs now.
I want to know. I want to know the same questions that the news want to know. Listen to him.
I mean, this is home for me.
What's up, Sean?
So everybody, everybody, it's tough.
Yesterday claimed the lives of at least 4.
I'm ready to go downstairs so we can go in front of the computer. Y'all ready? Come on. Let's slow the fuck down, bro. I want to know all the questions that the news asked and got no answers from. They ain't get no answers. What's up? My man back. Yeah, we don't disrespect women over here, D-Hogs. But, yeah, you missed our whole documentary on white crime. Yo, where the fuck you was at? We did the whole month of September. You missed it. All right, so listen to this. Listen in the difference and how they covering these situations. I showed you. I got like 10 minutes before I gotta leave out. I'm gonna play both of them back to back, and y'all tell me if y'all don't see nothing wrong with this. Both these shootings happened on the same day. Both these shootings happened. So we're gonna go to Mississippi first. Are we clear? Y'all let me know if we don't get clear. Y'all know how YouTube be playing.
This morning, 9 people are dead and dozens more hurt after 3 separate shootings in Mississippi, all of them happening during homecoming celebrations.
I didn't see what you said.
Now the FBI is getting involved in one shooting where the search is still on for the suspects.
No, kid, he always do that, kid. He always come and ask about the white people meeting. You missed it. We had a whole white people meeting in September. It was deep as a bitch. We had 1,000 people on here. They was calling me all type of names and shit. you should have been a part of it, man. It was crazy.
Next to somebody and you seen something, man, or you seen somebody doing that shit, man, report that.
Social media footage capturing loved ones outside the Delta Health System's medical center the night of the Leland homecoming mass shooting.
We ask the public to recognize that they have a role in this investigation.
The FBI's Jackson Field office is leading the investigation alongside state and local law enforcement, asking for the public's help to identify these 4 people they say are connected to the shooting.
Speak up, share, give us that opportunity to get these subjects off the street.
Yeah, where's the camera footage? Like, I'm gonna let it play.
The FBI Jackson has also established a digital media tips website to collect any video or photos from anyone that was at the intersection of 4th Street and North Main Street on Friday night.
The other picture, there was a body right here. There were 2 right here. There was one in front of here.
Like Mildred Michael.
All you saw was like people sitting down or standing around crying because they were starting to identify the different people that was laid out.
And so far, Leland's fire chief confirmed the mass shooting took 6 lives with at least 6 others in critical condition.
Here in the city of Leland, our heart hurt. We mourning, everybody mourning. Even for the people that's not from Leland, don't nobody deserve what happened,
Officials say more casualties are possible as the investigation continues, but the search remains active tonight for this woman in a white t-shirt, a man in an orange jacket, another man in an orange and white jogging suit, and a man in a black graphic tee, all seen in the area the moment gunfire let out.
We're gonna rise again. Our community's gonna get past this. We're gonna heal together
No, I
like
missed
we've
that.
always done.
Now look.
Well, investigators say the victims' ages range from 18 to 41.
Now look, these shootings happened on the same day. Now listen to this. Y'all see how detailed that was? Look at this one. They happened the same day. Just as much carnage. They definitely, I mean, they got them on video with guns in their hands. They did something. I'm just saying, I just want y'all to see how they handling both these situations. This is the only guy that was in attendance. The owner of the establishment is the only person that was in attendance of hundreds of people that they put a camera in his face. Nobody else, and they didn't even ask him no questions. Look.
Last night, and I mean, this is home for me. So everybody, everybody, it's tough.
The lives of at least 4 people. Tonight, we're sharing the names of the 22-year-old Sean Blake, 33-year-old Gerard Falls, 22-year-old Ashanti Millage, and 54-year-old Amos Gary. At least 20 other people were hurt, and 4 of them were taken to hospitals. Police in South Carolina still hunting for the suspect responsible for that Sunday morning shooting, which happened on the grounds of Willie's Bar and Grill. You just heard from the owner of that establishment. Aaron Dixon joins us live in front of the Beaufort County Sheriff's Office tonight after digging into this and trying to find out as much as he can. What can you tell us about what you know right now?
Nothing.
The latest update we have on those persons of interest in this case is that the Beaufort County Sheriff's Office is continuing to search for them, and at this time, they say no arrests have been made. Now, this update came this afternoon, and in that statement from the Sheriff's Office, there really wasn't a lot of other new information. Now, today we did question the department to see if if they have a motive in this shooting, if any arrests have been made, updates on the victims in the hospitals, which 4 were taken to it in critical condition, how many people were hit by gunfire, and how many suffered other injuries. We also asked about response time to the shooting, if they had problems in the past at this establishment, along with questions about the persons of interest they're investigating. The Sheriff's Office did not release any new information in the update today, but did say that they appreciate the amount of people in the community.
No new information. Listen to the questions that they asked the sheriff. They didn't give them nothing, man. Mind you, shootings happened the same day. Equally as bad. But for some reason, they fucking radio silent on this one.
This update came this afternoon, and in that statement from the Sheriff's Office, there really wasn't a lot of other new information. Now, today we did question the department to see if if they have a motive in this shooting, if any arrests have been made, updates on the victims in the hospitals, which 4 were taken to it in critical condition, how many people were hit by gunfire, and how many suffered other injuries. We also asked about response time to the shooting, if they had problems in the past at this establishment, along with questions about the persons of interest they're investigating. The Sheriff's Office did not release any new information in the update today, but did say that they appreciate the amount of people in the community that have come forward and are continuing to investigate the persons of interest. Now, we also recently learned today that the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division is assisting in this case. Someone we did speak with was York Glover on the phone. He's the county councilman who represents the area. He says that the shooting has rocked this community and that it raises questions about safety in the area. He says that he plans on talking with the sheriff's department to see if they could possibly beef up patrols on the island and even look into maybe having a satellite office of the Beaufort County Sheriff's Office on St. Helena Island. Now, something else he's
Why is the feds not involved in this case? This seems like a relatively small police force. They might need the federal help more than Mississippi does.
Also is going to question is look into how these events on St. Helena Island are planned and if there may need to add some safety precautions at future events. But for right now, joining us is Lainey, who's at the scene of Willie's Bar and Grill with more.
That's what it looked like, Julie. That's what it looked like. It looked like they might have already got the guy arrested, but they're trying to cover it up. My question is why? That's my whole why. Why are y'all so quiet? Look when they interviewed the bar owner. How do you interview the bar owner and don't ask him about the details of the shooting? Let me see if I can find it if I leave out. No new info and deadly shooting. They on some bullshit, man. I'm just mad that ain't nobody else talking about this.
A heartbroken owner and staff left picking up the pieces. 4 families in the Low Country are now planning funerals after what was supposed to be a fun night turned tragic after gunfire rang outside of Willie's Bar and Grill. The owner, Willie Turl, was very emotional when telling me about last night's events. He says the bar was hosting Battery Creek High School's alumni weekend and everyone was having a good time. Then the shots rang out.
I heard the shots, and it was scary from the inside. You know what I mean? Like, you could just tell the rapid succession of shots. Like, it wasn't something, it wasn't standard weapon like it. You saw people giving CPR, you saw people picking people up, you saw people crying. People care. Like, this community didn't do this, a person did this.
The gunfire rang out just before.
Come on, bro. This community didn't do this. A person did this. Who is this person? It's like they told his ass, you better not say shit. We'll shut this bar down. That's what it's saying. Like he under some type of pressure. You heard me.
Or 1 a.m. Sunday. 4 people were killed and at least 20 are injured, according to the Beaufort County Sheriff's Office. I spoke with a member of the community who told me she's at the bar at least twice a week, enjoying what she says is a fun, laid-back environment at Willie's.
Why aren't you speaking to people that was there? This is the second person that wasn't there that they spoke to. It was hundreds of people there. They shouldn't be hard to find. You're on a fucking island. I mean, I think it's only 40,000 people. What's the name of this? Helena Island. How many people live on Helena Island?
4,046 people.
Come on, y'all.
According to sthelena.gov.sh, at the end of August 2024, there were an estimated 4,046 people on the island, a decrease of 57 from the end of July, when there were an estimated 4,100.
What is the demographics on Helena Island?
According to Britannica.com, the island's population is largely of mixed European, mostly British, South and East Asian, and African descent. English is the only language spoken, and the majority of the people are Anglicans.
You mean to tell me you can't find them people? Get the fuck out of here, man. You got 4,000 people to pick from. Hundreds was there.
I would never have expected anything like that to take place here. You know, the vibe that's here is totally opposite of like, oh, I need to be watching my back, or oh, I need to keep my head on a swivel.
Jandia Blunt said Willie, the owner of the bar, isn't just a business owner. He loves his community and is heavily involved in making the town a better place.
I think that this is most unfortunate because the very thing that he advocates against is what happened here last night. Thank God that I was not here for.
Let's check out the crime in Helena Island. Crime on Helena Island.
I got the latest for Prime on.
Crime on Helena Island.
According to channel2now.com, authorities have identified 3 of the victims killed in the mass shooting on St. Helena Island, South Carolina, as Amos Gary, a Shantek.
No, I don't want to hear that. Crime statistics. They go, this is not a crime-ridden area. Look at this. Crime statistics on St. Helena Island, South Carolina, reveal a mix of safety and danger. The city ranks 22 percentile for safety, meaning it is safer than 22% of cities and less safe than 79%. The crime rate is higher than the average U.S. city, with a D grade indicating a higher crime. The northwest part of the city is considered the safest, while the south neighborhood have the highest crime rate. The total projected cost. What's the murders? How many people murdered over here? That's what I need to know. Fuck crime. Murder stats. Crime happens everywhere. Look at the murder stats. 0.1229 per 1,000 residents. But now you got a motherfucker come through with an AK-47 or some type of assault rifle and shoot up the bar. Come on, y'all. That's not normal.
For some reason, I just decided not to come, but normally I'm here.
Hundreds of people were in the restaurant when the shooting itself happened. Multiple victims and witnesses ran to nearby businesses and property seeking shelter from the gunfire.
I had people that I would consider family that lost their lives last night, and I mean this is home for me. So everybody, everybody, it's tough.
Names of the victims have not yet been released at this point. The sheriff's office said they're investigating persons of interest. Meanwhile, the pain can be seen behind Willie's eyes.
Yo,
nothing you can do to solve.
Why didn't they ask him what happened? Yo, y'all don't think that's strange? This is the owner of the bar. What happened? Didn't even act like it's like everybody's being told to be quiet about it. He's being told, the news is being told.
Somebody kid don't come home. That's rough. But we'll be here with you. We'll be here with you. That's all we can promise. We'll be here with you.
We have continued to reach out to the Beaufort County Sheriff's Office, who says there is no threat to the community. We haven't received any other updates at this point.
We will continue to follow this investigation and update you with any information as it comes out to us. Reporting in St. Helena Island, Stephanie Atkinson.
But I'm gonna say there's no threat to the community. Dude probably already locked up.
WC News.
We gotta look into I wonder if they got a website. Helena Island arrest. Helena.
According to mylife.com.
Helena Island police.
According to ellenpolice.org, Ellen Police Department is a recognized Texas law enforcement best practices agency. The men and women of Ellen Police Department are dedicated to outstanding professional police services to Ellen residents and visitors.
That's not the right shit, y'all. They probably ain't got no fucking website. It's just so fucking small.